Hello. Have you ever wondered why some people go to work and they slump and then they're dead? Have you ever thought about people who you see healthy in the morning and by the time you see them in the evening, they have rushed to the hospital? Have you ever thought about people who you think that they are healthy, they are looking well, they are doing very fine, and then you hear about them later, they said they are no more? Oh, have you ever wondered why some people, have stroke, hypertension, mind issue, mind blockage, and you're like, what happened in the workplace? Today, I want to share with you the emotions that can stop your productivity, the emotions that can increase the stress and burnout in the organization that eventually will stop your productivity. And I'm sure you will love to learn those things. So the topic, today is don't stop it. Don't suck it. Pour it. Pour it out. Don't suck it. Pour it out. Because many times we suck in so many things in the organization. We suck in so much, and at the end of the day it becomes so stressful, bottled up, and at the end of the day the bottle got broken, and then something bad happens to people. So what are the things that we need to run away from? What are the things as an employee, as an employer of labor, as someone who have staff, as a team lead? What are the emotions that you must not encourage in your team? Because those emotions will bring about stress. It will bring about burnout, which will definitely eventually reduce their productivity or take them out of productivity completely. So let's go. Number one, fear. Fear is an emotion that people in the workplace dread so much. When you have a bad boss, when you have a bad colleague, when you have a bad, someone who is like supervisor, like a manager, bullying you, and you are like, you don't want to do mistake, you don't want to fail. The environment of I don't want to fail. I don't want failure. And you know what? Failure is part of success. Failure is the end road. It is the route to success. So you can't take that away. So the question is, are you creating a fearless environment in the workplace, or you are creating a fearful environment where people are afraid to talk, afraid to share their thoughts, afraid to share their feedback, afraid to talk to you, afraid to talk to anyone because they are afraid of the system? So fear is a bad emotion. It can choke productivity. It can kill creativity. And when people's mind are blocked, then their creativity is going down, which definitely affect their productivity, and eventually it might affect their health. Fear. Are you a fearful boss? Or you're a fearful manager? Or you're a fearful colleague? That is a bad energy, and that can affect, stress and burnout in the organization. Number two, anger. Anger. Anger comes when people are having difficult colleagues, very difficult colleagues, and they are like, I wish I could, but I can't because we're in the workplace. I wish I can fight, but I can't fight because we're in the workplace. So people bottle anger. People, when they see the people that they're angry about, instead of them to communicate it, the arousement of anger comes alive, and they feel like doing something, but they can't do it because it's in the workplace. So anger, comes as a result of annoying people around you, but you can't do nothing about them. Or when you are feeling unfair treated, when you are feeling that you are not treated well, it's a bad energy. You cannot complain, you cannot tell nobody, you cannot give anybody's feedback, especially if the environment is toxic. You just be angry. And if you don't want to leave the job, you might definitely just stay there and bottle your anger. But one day the anger might explode. One day the anger might lead to something else that will affect the health of the person who is boiling the anger or bottling the anger and affect the organization, because this will lead to stress and burnout. And when stress and burnout is in the organization, productivity is being choked out. Number 3, guilt. Guilt. People feel guilty in organization is a bad energy. People feeling guilty in organization is a bad energy, because they feel guilty because they are feeling, oh, I have not achieved enough. Oh, I'm not achieving compared to this person. I'm not achieving compared to, what is expected of me. Oh, my achievement is going down. So people are not encouraged, they're feeling guilty. They are coming to work, they're feeling guilty. They are doing presentation, they're feeling guilty. Or they've been harassed by, a boss. Or bullied by a senior boss or manager. They feel guilty. Or they have poor work fulfillment. They didn't do what they're supposed to do well, and because there's no encouragement in the system, there's no system of encouragement and support, they feel guilty, they feel down, they feel they are going down. You see, the feeling of guiltiness is a destroyer of productivity, because it's going to bring about stress, it's going to bring about burnout. And when these things come to you in organization, you are going to have low productivity. So being guilty is a bad negative emotion to have in the organization. And people feel guilty because they don't achieve anything, or they feel they're not achieving, or they're having a feeling of poor performance at work, that they're not doing very well. That emotion called guilt is a bad one, and it can destroy organization productivity. Number 4, sadness. Sadness. When people feel sad, when people are not happy in the organization, it's an indication that will lead to stress. And that stress will lead to burnout. And why are they sad? They are sad because they don't have work-life balance. They don't have enough time with their family. They are just work, no family, no relationship, no friend, no network, and they are just on one side of their life, which is career, work and work. So they feel sad. They feel sad because they get so much, pressure from, home. Some of them, their spouse is threatening with divorce. Some of them, their children are saying, "Daddy, mommy, I can't see you. Where have you been?" So they're feeling sad. The environment of lack of work-life balance, it's a saddening environment. And that environment can lead to stress, and chronic stress will lead to burnout. And when you see burnout, be expecting low productivity. People might just be working, they might just be there, but they are feeling sad. People might be smiling, might be opening their teeth, but you know what? They are feeling sad within. And that's what they call mental health. So there's a lot of mental health issues going on in organization today. Why? Because people are sad. They have loss of value. They feel that their value is not accepted. They feel their worth is not accepted. They feel they are not being valued in the organization. So they feel sad. They begin to ask us, what's wrong with me? Am I smelling? Am I not looking good? Am I not doing the right thing? What's going on with me? I'm educated, but why am I looking as if I'm a fool? Because the system makes you look like a fool. The system is trampling upon your value, trampling upon your worth. And if care is not taken, you begin to lose it. Why? Because sadness is one of the emotions that can build up to stress you and take you out in burnout. Okay? The next one, number 5, is envy. Envy. And envy comes when people compare themselves with themselves. When you compare yourself with another person, you begin to feel that feeling of envy. When in the organization, people compare themselves in the same department, the same firm, in the same industry, you are comparing yourself. There's nothing wrong in learning from other people. There's nothing wrong in, what are you doing good? What are you doing? What am I not doing? What do I need to learn? And you go learn it. There's nothing wrong in, what do I need to know, about you? What are the secrets that makes you to be a performer? There's nothing wrong. But when you begin to compare yourself and begin to have that sense of, resentment, that, oh, this person is better than me, oh, this person is good, is doing better than me, this person is good, this person is doing the right thing, but I'm not doing the right thing. Envy comes. Why am I failing? Why are they failing me? Why am I looking like a failure? Because I'm doing what the others are doing, but what happened to me? So the question here is, are you having an environment of envy, or you are having an environment where people can share, can collaborate, can make things happen? Number 6, frustration. Frustration. People get frustrated at the place of work, and that is very, very bad, because that will create an emotion that will stress people out, and they will, it takes them to burnout. When they get to a phase or a mind of burnout, at that state of burnout, then productivity is shutting down. And why do people get frustrated? They get frustrated because they feel powerless. They feel powerless. They feel that, as someone is trampling upon their dignity, and they cannot do none of it. They cannot share their thought. They cannot share their feedback. So they feel powerless. So frustration comes as a result of, I can't even share my thoughts. I can't even show what I have. So they get frustrated because they have no power on their own to be able to put things in order. Especially when they have a bad boss, or when they have a bully boss, or they have a bully colleague, or bully subordinate or supervisor. That can be a very bad one. Another reason why people get frustrated is when there's lack of resources or no resources at all. You want to get things done, you can't find appropriate tools to use, appropriate app to use, appropriate resources. You are struggling to make things happen, and then the little one you use crashed, or you are trying to make something happen, didn't work, you are trying to, and then nobody's giving you support. It's all about stress. This can stress you, and when it stresses you, there's nothing you need to do than be stressed. And when you get stressed, burn out, because there's nothing you need to do. There's nothing you can do. So what you need to do is to learn some of the things I'm going to share with you after. And I'm going to say, what do I need to do? I'm going to share that with you. But the important thing I'm saying here is, frustration comes because you are powerless, because you have no resources, because you have nothing to work with, because you are being frustrated by other staff, or you are being under a serious pressure to make things happen, and you don't have the capacity to make it happen. Okay, number 7, shame. Shame is another emotion that occurs in the workplace, and this emotion destroys faster because people feel shameful. People lose their sense of dignity. People lose their sense of worth. People lose who they are because they are feeling humiliated. They are feeling embarrassed. Probably they have a very bad-mouthed, boss, bad-mouthed manager who talks to them anyhow, brings their value down, brings their worth down, talk to them anyhow. That can bring shame. And some managers, they gather all the other staff together, talking to one staff, negatively bringing down a particular staff in the midst of other staff. That is shame. That's to bring about shame. And when shame is here, stress is here. When stress is here, burnout is here. And when burnout is here, productivity is going down. How will you be productive in a shameful environment? How will you be productive when you are full of shame? When your mind is telling you, oh, shame is coming, shame is coming, shame is coming. So you need to understand that these 7 emotions will bring about stress in the workplace. And when stress gets to a higher level, it enters to burnout. And when people get burnout, their productivity goes down, or their productivity shut down. So what am I trying to say? Don't suck it in. Don't just manage it. Pour it out. Pour it out. What you need to do, number 1, in an environment of fear, For organization, you need to provide an atmosphere where people can share their thoughts, where people can share, the way they feel. People will not be angry because they can talk to one another. People can, there should be a day called open day where people can say their mind to their colleagues, the way they feel, without being offended. There should be a place where you should create a place where people are not feeling guilty, where people can genuinely say what they are going through, genuinely share their thoughts, genuinely share their heart as one family. We must allow communication so that we know why are people feeling the way they are feeling. Communication is key. We must allow work-life balance. We must allow it. There should be a day for family weekend, where you bring your family to the office, you have fun together, no work that day. There should be a day of no work when everybody's just having fun, all together as a family. And we must kill the energy or the structure of comparison. Don't compare. Let people learn from one another. Instead of comparison, let there be collaboration. Let there be collaboration. Allow people to collaborate instead of them to compare one with one another, right? Then you also need to look at people who are getting frustrated. You have to provide tools, provide resources to work with, provide things they need to work with. So and the people who are frustrated, let them share their thoughts. Give them open space to be able to share how they feel. Okay? And for those who are shameful, please don't create a shameful environment. If you want to talk to someone, call that person, talk to the person privately, secretly. Correct people in love. And when people are feeling shameful, hug them. Let them feel good. Let emotion of love, emotion of gratitude, emotion of appreciation, let it be the order of emotion in your organization. If you do all those things, you will see your organization will move from stress, from burnout, to higher productivity. And you will never be stopped in producing higher and quality products and service for humanity. I hope this helped. Join me in another video. Have a good one. Bye. My name again is Remy Dairo. For those who don't know me, Remy Dairo is my name, and my friends call me Mr. Productivity. See you next. Bye.